Impressions day one.
Like our day one practice, I thought our guys came ready to go. They've been working hard to come out here and improve their ability, their knowledge of the system, and showcase that they can come out and play. We got a lot of new faces and guys out here that maybe haven't played as much. I think they're eager to prove their worth, and they came out with good attitude. They practiced hard, and we'll move on to day two.
Is it easier to list who's here as opposed to who's not participating in spring? It seems like you have a lot of guys that are not going to be participating.
Well, that's part of football, and anyone who goes through a full college season is going to have some nicks and bruises and things happen. We want to get them fully healthy, ready for the summer, ready for the fall. So whatever we have to do with that, we want to get that done. But there's a lot of guys that haven't got a lot of work and need practice, so it's their chance to really showcase what they're all about and take these repetitions seriously. And I think today a lot of guys came out here that were new and that hadn't seen the field as much, and they worked really hard.
Jeff, any word yet on who's going to call the defense?
Ron English will call our defense.
Now, is anything going to change schematically or stylistically? I've always kind of thought that you're going to do what you do now defensively, no matter who's pushing the buttons, right?
Well, in general, since last year, we kind of made sure that myself was heavily involved, and I wanted to be a part of the terminology and how we installed things and what we wanted to do and believed in, and then from there, we want our coaches to take it and run with it. But I think right now, Ron and Mark have been here this past year. They understand what we're looking to try to get done. They understand the general approach of attacking more, guarding things tighter, challenging things, trying to get after the quarterback, being aggressive in our approach. And then any new wrinkles that we want to look at, or that any of our guys want to come up, we'll definitely take a look at it. But I feel very confident that we have a good understanding of what we want to do, and it's just about trying to get our guys to fully grasp it so they can go out there and play fast.
How are you going to get through special teams during spring ball? Is one guy going to do it, or is everybody going to chip in?
Well, we're going to go for it on fourth down always. We're not going to attempt any field goals. No, I'm just teasing. You know what? We have all the special teams mapped out and planned out fully for this spring. We're going to stick with our exact plan. I think we've got a big list of coaches that are heavily involved in each segment. Today was a good first practice of special teams, just going over some drills and fundamentals of what we want to teach. So we feel confident in the direction we're going there, and I think having everyone a full part of it will be very beneficial.
Where will Yanni Karlaftis see time at in spring? Will it be multiple positions, or are you zeroed in on a spot for him?
Well, Yanni will play multiple positions. He's expressed a desire to want to play our defensive end position, so we want to give him a look there. We also still want to look at him at the linebacker in the box as well. I think he's worked really hard. He's gotten stronger. He's finally fully healthy. He wants to go out and prove himself. So we're going to give him a look at both of those spots, multiple positions at multiple times, and just kind of see what he feels the most comfortable with. But we do want to get him on the field.
Well, what about his skill set might fit at your Leo position?
Well, I think Yanni, his strengths is he plays hard, he can tackle, he's physical. He has played a lot of football. He's hungry. I think definitely in third down situations and passing situations, his ability to just kind of use his athleticism to get on the edge and make plays. We think he can do a very good job of that. First and second down versus the run, we'll see, where he's at on the edge. But I do think, when it comes to tackling and to striking guys and playing aggressive and tough, he's definitely got that in him. So we want to give him a full chance to use this spring, unlike the one he had last year where he was injured the entire time, and to get a good chance to get on the field. That's tough for a true freshman when that happens. So I think he's hungry, and he'll come out and do a good job.
This is probably the first time since you've been here. You've got a pretty clear-cut number one quarterback going into the fall. How does that benefit you in the spring?
Well, it's great to have Aiden back, and he finished the year extremely strong. He's worked really hard to continue to improve his game. He understands it. He wants to win. He wants to excel. And he's a great teammate, so that's a plus. We do want to get the guys behind him ready, and we'll give them ample opportunity to do that this spring. Like what I saw today from our veteran quarterbacks who were out there from Austin Burton and Michael Alamo did a really good job. And then Brady's going to just continue to get better. It's always going to be fast, and it was fast for all of our freshmen who probably should be in high school right now today, but that's very common, very normal. But he definitely can throw the football, and he loves to compete. So we feel like today, quarterback position overall really did a good job.
You mentioned the new faces, just guys from your recent recruiting class, guys from the transfer portal coming in. What are the keys for them just kind of getting acclimated to the program, making sure that they're getting the most out of this spring practice period?
Well, from my vantage point today, the transfers we brought in, I liked every one of them. There are a few that are not practicing through injury, so I didn't get a good look at them, but the ones that were out there really did a good job. You can tell they played football. You can tell that they're hungry to prove themselves, and I'm glad they're on our team. We've got a handful of others that have enrolled early, and they've got a lot of talent. They'll be good players, but the game was fast for them today. But that's perfectly normal, like I said. We've got 15 of these practices to get them up to speed and then to understand what they need to do and to improve and get better. And the fact that they're here is very important. And I applaud them for their effort, and they're eager and they're willing to learn. And we want to get as many young guys on the field as we can.
Is Tracy a guy you would envision a little bit in that Jackson Anthrop role, or you line him up in the backfield some?
Yes, he's a strong young man. He's played a lot of football, and yes, we're going to use him at receiver and at the running back position, and then on special teams. I do think he can make a difference for us, and if we can keep him healthy, he can make a lot of plays.
Well, what can Aiden O'Connell get better at, Jeff?
Well, Aiden performed at a high level many games, and I just think any time with any quarterback, just consistency, the ability to eliminate turnovers, the ability to take care of the ball as well as you can, to find checkdowns, to find an area to run occasionally if it's not there, and pull it down and know that that's going to happen a few times. But I think, boy, he's put in a lot of work. He's put in a lot of extra work. I see him out here all the time on his own. He's just a great teammate to all, and I think he's going to work hard to come out and try to improve upon last year.
Does Joe Strickland do anything to catch your eye today?
Well, Joe has talent, and when you play that position today with no pads, it's hard to tell a little bit how someone's going to be until you're able to strike and tackle. But he's got a lot of talent. He's worked hard in the offseason since he's been here. He's healthy. I think he's going to continue to get better each and every day, and we're looking forward to seeing how far he progresses.
What have the weeks since the bowl game just been like for the program? What has the afterglow of that been like?
Well, it was a great way to finish the season. Our guys worked really hard. I thought we improved as the year went on. I thought we found a way to get some big wins, which were critical, and showed that improved our guys. If we can focus and do the small things right, anything can happen in college football, so that's always great to see. I think we understand some areas that we need to improve upon and make sure that we don't make some critical mistakes that cost us a few times. But when you play a schedule like ours, you've got to come ready to play. You've got to do the small things right. You've got to have everybody ready to go. You've got to be willing to compete to the end. But I think, the fact that we went down to Nashville and basically the home area of Tennessee with some guys missing and a lot of new guys stepped up just showed the competitive fight and spirit that they all have, and the desire that they have to want to win and make our fans happy. And the turnout was great crowd in general. Made a lot of fans in Tennessee, but I thought we had a great turnout that was very supportive, and they were all year. And our players feel that, and they want to go out and make them happy.
What is Milton Wright's status?
Milton is continuing to work hard in the classroom. That's the number one focus. We want to give him every opportunity to improve, and we've got all hands on deck, and he's worked really hard. It's not going to come easy. He's got a lot of work to do, so that is going to come first always, and he'll be out here some, and some days he will not. But I think he understands how important this spring and summer is for him, to give him a chance to showcase what he can do in the fall. But he has work to do, and he understands that, so he's going to have to really focus in and lock down on his academics and do the best job he can.
Just have a guy like Samisi back out here after what happened to him last August. I mean, what can he add to your linebacker room?
Well, he's a great leader, and I think he wants to win. He loves Purdue. He had some opportunities as a grad, transfer to maybe go somewhere else closer to home, and we convinced him to stay here, and it wasn't a hard sell. But he wants to get on the field, and he was disappointed last year when he got injured. It's hard for him to sit out all year. I think he wants to come out and prove how well he can play. He's physical. He likes to tackle. He likes to hit. Just getting him up to speed on the defense is important, but we want to keep him healthy. So we'll protect him some this spring and make sure that we do our part to get him fully healthy for fall camp.
Just an update on Brock Thompson as he had both knee surgeries, and kind of where's he at in the recovery rehab process?
Yes, he's had both knee surgeries. It's a tough young man, and if you watch him walk around, he's walking pretty good right now already. But it's going to take a little time. He's got to get that strength up where he's feeling 100%, and it'll take probably till June to where that we feel like he's close to that capacity, and then he'll just have a couple months to really get himself ready to go. But he wants to compete. He wants to come out here. He takes a lot of pride in playing for his home state, and finishing the way he did in the bowl game was very rewarding for him. And I think he knows his teammates are going to count on him being a leader this year.
You do have a lot of experience on your offensive line coming back. Just how do you see that part working out, but also maybe working in some of those redshirt freshmen, and how close are they to getting into that rotation?
I think we definitely improved at the offensive line position. We worked hard at it. All those guys give us everything they have. Right now in the spring, we're actually have a lot of guys nicked up and injured, which is okay. It'll allow these young offensive linemen to play and compete. We want to see them improve. And at that position in this conference, there's just a lot of physical play, and whatever they've got nicked up and need attended to, we want to get that done so that they're fully ready to go for summer and fall camp. And even then, you got to somewhat protect certain guys, and that's just a challenge where we're always going to have to just work them as hard as we can, but yet take care of their body and their back and their shoulders and all that so that they can perform at a high level, because there are certain guys that we need to be out there on the field in order for us to play really well, in our opinion. But in the meantime, we've got to get all the young linemen ready, and it gives them a chance this spring to go out there and improve.
Hey,
Last couple of questions.
Michael Lamo, is there anything you can say about wanting to come back or not, or?
Well, you know what? He had a really good practice today. He really did. I think maybe he was relaxed, and you know what? Every young man goes through things, and we want them to do what's best for them and their family. Pretty much right away, he realized that he wanted to come back, and we still wanted him to think on it a little bit, because we just want to make sure that he feels good with it. So we met with him, and he's wants to be here. He wants to compete. He wants to play. He wants to be a football player at Purdue. That's what he expressed to us verbally, looking us in the eye, and he had a really good practice today. And he has some experience. He knows the offense. He's got a good arm, decent athleticism, and you want to have options at quarterback. Some years you may go through where you can get away with one, but we've had plenty where you have to have four, and so he definitely has the experience and the knowledge to go in there and compete and do a good job, and he had a good practice today.
I don't remember seeing Samson James out here today. Was he out here?
No, Sampson going through a few things. We just got to make sure he's fully healthy and ready to go, and everybody's got a different scenario that they're dealing with, but he'll be back for Wednesday's practice, and he's worked really hard in the off season, and but I think he'll be ready to go on Wednesday.
What about Sione Fina, the Florida international kid?
He's injured right now.
Okay.
Has some back issues that has popped up, and he's played a lot of football. Yes, we wanted to get a strong look at him in the spring, get him accustomed, but at the same time, probably getting him healthy overrides that. So we'll be smart with it, and I'm not for sure when you'll see him back.
Okay, thank you, everybody.